Hi everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Girl, Geek, and the Gay. I am Jose. Here to my left, I have the lovely Jaime.
Hola, hola.
And to my right, Megan is missing.
Again.
That woman takes extended lunches.
Very, very extended. For 2 weeks at a time. Well, at least so far.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on next week. Because she has a job. All right,
And a life.
She has friends that love her.
Yeah. What's wrong with us?
How you doing, Jaime?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I had a good walk this morning.
All
so
right.
I'm feeling
Where to?
energized. We went to Cal State Long Beach. I love going to Cal State Long Beach. Cause,
In this heat?
it was cooler earlier.
It's 90 degrees right now.
It is 90
in
degrees.
Lakewood, California.
Exactly. And we're pretty close to Long Beach. So normally it's not this hot, especially in November. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, that's wild. I can't.
Everyone knows that global warming is fake. Fake news. Everybody knows it, okay?
Yeah.
Global warming was just made up by China.
It's so weird. I don't think I'm trying to think back on last November, and I don't remember it being this hot in November at any point, but
I don't remember it being cold in California. Like, I asked my sister, what do you want for Christmas? And she goes, I want one of those big Mexican tiger blankets. I'm like, what the fuck for? To have in your closet?
Yeah.
Because it's never cold here.
yeah.
Like, the coldest you get is like 73 degrees.
Yeah. I mean, but it got cold. It even got kind of rainy at one point, and then now we're just like, this last week has been 90s, like 90 degrees for no reason.
Yeah,
no reason.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. How you been?
Can't complain. Still adjusting to the new job, and
Okay.
I've been sleeping so much. It's amazing.
So good. Yeah,
Like,
that's a good thing.
Why didn't anybody tell me about this thing? Because
About sleep?
yeah, sleep is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still kind of adjusting, and yeah, I've been sleeping a lot. Yesterday, I finished work so early.
Yeah.
I got home I was home by midnight,
Okay.
and I started at 7 p.m.
Okay.
And then I woke up this morning like at 7, and then decided to take another nap around 10.
Okay.
It was great.
So when do your shifts? So they usually start in the afternoon, and then you go to what time? Well, typically.
They well, what I see as a suggestion in the schedule is 6 p.m. to 4 a.m.
So what you're saying is that you have a schedule, and
I mean-
and you just see it as a suggested time for you to be
Yeah,
there.
it's a suggested start time,
Punctuality.
Oh man, I am not good at getting to places on time.
I know.
I just, it's no way to live, honestly. And then especially when I'm on my way to work and my boss starts calling, and I'm like, "Fuck, I was supposed to be there like 20 minutes ago."
Yeah. How long have you been at this job? You've been at this job for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Please don't. You like this job?
It happens so often. No,
And then you sleep, and you're still. So, do you take a nap before you go to work? Is that what you're saying? That's what happens?
no, I'm usually wide awake. Yeah,
and you're just like,
I'm just like,
I got time.
Yeah, I'll leave a little later. It's just, the problem is that you tell me what time to be somewhere, and in my mind, it automatically registers as that's the time I need to leave.
Oh yeah. So and I have noticed that obviously.
So
Yeah.
one of my favorite things was I used to work at an auto parts store, right?
Okay.
And I was scheduled at 8 a.m. And I was always late.
Yeah.
One time I showed up to work at noon.
Oh my
right?
God.
And I walked in, and my boss is with one of our regular customers.
Yeah.
And I don't even look at him, right? I just go straight to my workstation and unlock my computer, and I could feel him staring. So finally, I kind of turn to him and I go, "What's up?" And he goes like, "You should have been here at 9." And I go, "Why? What happened at 9?"
Oh my God. Mind you, your schedule says 8, and he
Yes.
still said you should have been here at 9.
Yes. And
Wow.
yeah, the other the customer just starts laughing, and I could tell my boss wanted to hit me. Like he just.
Oh my God. Yeah. I don't remember you being.
I was never on time.
You really?
I was never
when
on
we worked
time.
together, you were never on time.
I was never on time.
Maybe I just let you pass because you're
Yeah,
cute or
I was-
whatever. So.
Honestly, that I get by with that because I don't even when I was working for this other cell phone carrier company.
Yeah.
My boss was like, I hate people that are late. Like, you need to be on time. Still 10 minutes late every day.
Oh my God. I don't get it. I try, and I'm not really criticizing you or judging
you
per
are.
se.
That's okay. I get it.
I'm always if somebody tells me 8, right? I'm usually there at probably like 7:45.
I know, you bastard. We've been through this.
Yeah, because it's like that's just that's just the way I am. And if I show up at like 8:03, I'm like, fuck, I'm really late, right? And then it turns out like this actually happened on. I'm not really looking at anything. I'm just looking off into nothing. Stop.
What?
Anyway, this past last Sunday. Oh, last Saturday when I went out.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I talked about this on the show or not, but I showed up at like 8:03 because they told me 8, and I called the person who like told me to go right and hang out, and she was like, "Oh, well, I'm not there yet." I was like, "What do you mean you're not here yet?" "Oh yeah, call somebody else. Like they might be there already." I'm like, "Okay," and so I called somebody else, one of my another friend in Jose. And he's like, "Yeah."
Oh, wait, now there's another one?
There's like 3.
I will fight all of them.
There's like 20.
There can only be one.
There can only be one. But so I called him, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not there yet either." I'm like, "Why the fuck am I here then?" Like, what do you guys mean? You guys said, "Hey, if you meant 8:30, why did you just tell me 8:30? I would have showed up at 8:30." I'm very punctual. It's my family's fault. They're always late for stuff, so I have to be on time.
Yeah, I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I was on time to anything.
Yeah.
I like to make an entrance. We'll go with that.
Time. Sure. The only thing, and I'm gonna lecture you now, that I feel like that's the easiest thing to get in trouble for at work.
Oh yeah.
So like if somebody wants to get rid of you, that's their way out. Is their way of letting you go.
I agree. Luckily, I haven't had that issue
yet in the last 2 weeks that you've been working there.
Yeah. But at any
I'm not
job,
saying that's
honestly,
gonna. Oh well, yeah. You've been fortunate then.
Yeah. Very much so.
Yeah, and it's probably again likability. Like you're a cool guy. So it's
and I'm good at my job.
And you're good at your job.
Whatever job that might be.
Yeah, that's true. Right. I thought you were a great coworker for sure. So
fucking amazing. Yeah.
And humble.
Very humble. I'm the most humble person I know.
Clearly you are.
Yeah.
You're not a Leo at all. So you're like, what does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
What you're being is what you are. Is what a Leo is.
Okay. I mean, those are all words for sure.
But yeah. Well, good that you're getting rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sleep thing is amazing.
Yeah.
If only I'd known.
It's incredible.
I remember one time Megan, when Megan and I used to work together, she was like, I was listening to a podcast about sleep and how important it is for you. And I was thinking, if Jose got some sleep, he'd be unstoppable. Goddamn right. So we'll see now that I'm actually sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting your done work in 4 hours, 3 hours maybe, right? Because you said you were in at 7. You were done by 11, so
yeah.
There you go.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. You want to get into the show today?
Let's do it.
All right. Did you... we'll start with some Doctor Who.
Yes.
For you, Angie. I know how much you love this part.
Doctor Who's it's a pretty good show though. I enjoy Doctor Who a lot. I like that there's always like some type of adventure or something going on in it.
I like the fact that it reinvents itself so often.
Yeah.
So if you don't like one season, you really can tune into the next season. It's a totally different show while still remaining the same.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's pointed out in the 50th anniversary with the sonic screwdriver.
Yeah.
When they're like, it's a different shell, but it's the same screwdriver.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Except when they did the glasses again. Still, I'm stuck on the glasses. I didn't see any glasses this episode, thankfully. So, but it was a really good episode. It's called like you said, the lie of the land. So it was pretty great. So in this episode, basically what happens is, and like we kind of talked about last time, is the monks took over, and they because of Bill's wish to save the Doctor, I guess at a certain point. Anyway, they ended up taking over the world, and what everybody believes is that there's that like the history of the monks, like it already exists, like they've been there through all of history or most of history, whatever it was.
Through all of history, because I remember them at one point. They're like they ushered mankind in from the ocean.
Oh,
and you see like the fish
right.
crawling out, and the monks already there.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. Right, and so it's been through every step in humanity, like the big steps in humanity. They've always been there.
Which kind of remind me of the Silence.
The Silence. I'm trying to remember.
That would have
which
been
one.
Matt Smith's era. The Silence, like when you don't remember them when you're not looking at them.
Oh yeah, The Silence.
Yeah, they call it the Silence.
Okay, I don't remember.
No, those
It's been a while.
weird monsters that that you can see them.
Yeah.
But once you look away,
They're just
you just
gone.
automatically forget them.
Yeah, it's vaguely familiar, but it's because it's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah,
so.
because you haven't seen them, so you can't remember when you're not looking at them.
Didn't they have something like that in this season or this Doctor as well?
Did they?
Where there was like a monster that has always been so good at hiding that you don't ever notice it either.
The Listen episode.
Oh, okay, Listen. So it sounded very similar to that right now.
Because Listen to Silence.
Well, yeah. So like you said, like with these guys, they've been there through all history. Well, according to this episode, or at least according to most people, according to them, they've been through all history. But Bill and certain other people like seem to know that it's only been 6 months. Like they haven't been around for a long time.
Because don't they have like the Memories Act or something?
The what?
The Memories Act. Like I remember this lady getting arrested.
Yeah.
For violation of the Memories Act.
They did say that because they had like a crew that goes around like arresting people, and she's like for like spreading propaganda about like
the monks not being there.
Yeah, only being there 6 months or not being
Yeah.
there through all of history. You're like making up a lie or you're creating a lie.
Yeah.
Even though it's the truth in this situation. And Bill is able to kind of keep like I guess being controlled by the monks just by remembering like having a conversation with her mom who is dead. She's not really there. By the way, the actress I didn't even look this up unfortunately, but the actress that plays her mom, she's a really beautiful woman. Like I was like, wow, really intrigued by her, and it was really cool to see her kind of like the way she would come to life. Because you before that you would only really see her in pictures, but when Bill was sitting there with her mom, she was like there and like in a visual person and like kind of engaging without saying anything. She has like 0 lines, like she doesn't say anything. She just like is there to like listen essentially, But yeah, it was cool the way that it kind of moved along. I don't like Nardole.
Why not?
I don't know.
I thought you might not.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out. He just seems like a.
It's because he's bald, huh? it's that alopecia.
And he's very pasty.
He's very pasty.
No, I don't think that's the reason I don't like him. I don't know. He almost just seems like an answer. Excuse me. He almost just seems like an answer for everything that they can't explain otherwise, right?
Yeah.
Like if that makes sense. Like he knows like martial arts and just takes out a guy at a certain point just by like some neck pinch thing that he does. He seems to. I mean, I don't know where this is gonna go, but he's always saying that he's one of the only people that could kick the doctor's ass at a certain point too. Like it wasn't in this episode; it was a previous episode that they mentioned it. So he just seems like kind of like again like just a scapegoat for when they don't know how to resolve an issue.
Okay,
and I think that's why. And then he's kind of like a badass, but then he's kind of like not
dorky.
Yeah, he's kind of not a badass. Yeah, he's a dork, which is not a bad thing.
Well, I imagine him like that weird kid that tells you he knows all this cool stuff, but like the weird kid that used to tell you that Stone Cold was his cousin. Or his dad is the president of Nintendo.
Oh,
that type of
yeah. So like you, no, I'm just
of course. Everybody knows Stone Cold's my cousin.
Okay, I can see that, and like the confidence, even though he's dorky, he's just like again he's just a scapegoat to me, like a way out, a way to answer a question, but overall the pace of this episode was really good. I like the story that they told. They at one point went to go meet up with Missy in the vault, and she's the one that knew how to resolve the issue of the monks, and that's where they told Missy told like Bill and the doctor, hey, like you like the only way to really fix this is Bill has to kind of like sacrifice herself to fix it because she's the one that made the agreement with them, and so that there's that underlying thought, right? Oh, I totally skipped over one of the crazier. When when the doctor and Bill finally meet up again after 6 months, because it's been 6 months, and he put on this big old production just to be like, oh, I wanted to test you out. And he even goes to almost like regenerate. and that was pretty crazy. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what? It did catch me off guard for a second, and then they stopped the regeneration. He was like, "Oh, just kidding," and then like she's like, "I just shot you. What the fuck?" But yeah, so Missy later on comes along. That's when they get the information about how the monks, because she's obviously experienced a lot, just like the doctor, so she understands them and works with them. And then I almost feared that they were actually going to kill off Bill, like. Because it did become kind of a tense moment, like at the end when the doctor tried to tried to save the world with his mind, but the monks just overpowered him. It didn't work. So again, going based on that and the fact that she knew she had to sacrifice herself, Bill kind of went up to that monk that was pretending to. I mean, sorry, not pretending, but he was controlling the world.
Yeah.
She goes up to him and puts her hands on his head and starts broadcasting her thoughts. I really thought they were going to kill her right there, and I was like, damn, like that would really. I was almost really upset for that because I like Bill. Like I think Bill is really great. And then she's just been such an animated and interesting character, and she has some good like just single liners in this, but she's just so much fun. So when they were gonna kill her, I was really mad. And then it turns out that like what's been keeping her disconnected from the monks is what's gonna save them. Her mom, her connection to her mom, and by the way, the doctor taking credit for saving the world in that moment was hilarious. It was like, oh, here I thought I was just being kind by giving you pictures of your mom, and no, I was just saving the world. Like, what the fuck? Like, he was just like, he just claimed it.
Yep.
And it is okay. And it's just one of those like little subtle things that maybe if you didn't really listen to what he said in that moment, you would have been like. You would have been like whatever, but like hearing him say it and just taking credit for saving the world, even though it was Bill that just saved the world, and her mom that saved the world, and it was hilarious. It was so funny. He had some good lines in this one too. At one point, like at the end, he sees a girl going by. He goes, "You with the like horrid hair or something like that. What's going on here? Okay, just go now." Like it's just so it was so good. But it was a lot of fun. This episode was a lot of fun. More than I expected. And and this is again, I go back to this and I'm going to mention it again. This was a more consistent doctor. Just being a doctor, like not thinking about like playing a rock star, not playing like he didn't mention being a mentor to her, and kind of like some of the tests she would do for him and stuff like, or papers that she would write, Bill would write for him. But it wasn't like overdone. It was a good doctor, and I like his version of just that mentor doctor that we talked about, right? The rock star again throws me off. I didn't see him this episode, but this episode was a good episode for that. I didn't look up the writer for this guy for this episode. Okay, because I like this one. I like the monks. I like the story of the monks and how they resolved the issue. It was crazy. Yeah. Do you remember the episode? What were your thoughts about it originally?
I remember liking it because it's a 3-part series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It starts with Extremis, the pyramid at the end of the world.
Oh, that's right. And then this is the finale one.
Yeah, the Lie of the Land.
Yep.
Yeah. I like the episode. The monks, because they look so creepy.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And then the fact, I think the crazy part is that they're called the monks, but they look so creepy.
Yeah. Like, they look so creepy. They look like mummies.
Yeah, basically. They do. Like mummies.
Like unwrapped mummies.
Yeah, and then in monk robes, and so it's kind of, it's just kind of that negative with a positive almost.
The juxtaposition.
Exactly that. How the fuck you say that word? I was going to try to say that word because I've heard you say it before, and I'm like, it's not gonna work. But yeah, it was just so opposing. It was so opposing, right? Like the image and both sides of the image, the monks and the monks, the mummy and the monks.
Plus, it's a really creepy thought to think about something that is just guiding humanity throughout the entirety of it.
Yeah. Well. And then the way that they kind of did it in this, right, by just mind controlling people, throughout everything, and then the way that they, take power is by somebody genuinely, like giving them that attention, that care, essentially, it kind of I mean, it's almost like a statement for the times, even, you know, like you think about how you idolize certain people that you see on Instagram, you know, Twitter, blah, 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 you know, and how these people end up in power. How do you say that? But yes,
I'll say it.
it's true. I mean, it's true. Like that's how they take over. You know? Those. No, I'm just kidding.
Jesus.
The Kardashians. They're the monks.
Hey, in the heat, they'll eventually start melting.
I mean, considering the amount, you know. Anyway.
So much plastic. Just keep them out of the ocean.
Oh, that's what's gonna cause the fall of the world, right there.
So you're almost done with this season.
I'm almost done. Yeah, I'm almost done.
What do you got? Like 3 episodes, maybe 4.
Yeah, I think the holiday special would be the 4th one that I have left. I don't know. But yeah, I'm almost done, and then I'm gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna try to. I really want to knock out this season. So again, because I'm trying to catch up. So I'm gonna try to just see as much as I can. But I really enjoyed this episode. That's why I took my time and kind of watched it a second time even. So
Oh, cool.
yeah.
All right. I watched episode 2 of the new season, and still not hating it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Damn it. Now I gotta watch it. Give me a whole season, damn it. 2 seasons.
Yeah, we're 2 episodes in, and I still don't hate it.
Damn. Well, I can't wait to be able to talk about it. No spoilers.
Well, I'll wait.
Yeah.
But man, I'm gonna have to watch some of the older episodes too, because when you get there, I'm just
You're not gonna know what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
I'm gonna have no idea because I'm pretty sure I've blocked a lot of them out.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
All right, moving on. Did you watch Justice League? I mean, not Justice
I'm
League.
like Justice
Young
League.
Justice.
I did. I saw 2 episodes of
Okay, what
of
did you
Young
think?
Justice. Yeah. It's a good show. I don't have like a lot of notes on it, but it's not bad. You know.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about Titans because it's basically Titans, you know.
Yeah, it's very Titan.
Yeah. So in this first episode,
But not bad.
huh?
But it's not
Just
bad.
not bad. I mean, it's only been 2 episodes that I've seen so far. And the first one, I don't know what it's called. Anyway,
Today's the day, I think.
oh, today, yeah. So when they're all gonna get, they thought
They're gonna get promoted.
they're gonna get
basically.
promoted, right? And they end up not. The Justice League, they're assholes. I just want to say that. And there's another point I'm gonna make about that later on too, in relation to it. But I do like the little team up that they have. Well, Speedy didn't stay around, right?
Yeah.
But it was Robin, Aqualad, Kid Flash. So those were the three that kind of stuck around to like do this whole thing at Cadmus.
Yeah.
Because they find out that something's going on at Cadmus. And then they introduced Superboy came at the end of that episode, right?
Yeah, the end of the first episode.
Yeah. So I mean, it was a good episode. I don't really have any complaints. It was a smaller group than I thought to begin with.
Did you want a huge group for them to all split up and go their separate directions?
Maybe because I'm thinking Teen Titans. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I like Aqualad's voice, which is the same voice that plays Cyborg in the animated series in Teen Titans.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was like, hey, that voice sounds like Cyborg's, and like looked it up. And his name is Kari.
Yes.
I don't know. It's spelled Khary. Peyton is his name.
I know who that is. Isn't that what's his name from Walking Dead?
The King.
Yeah,
Oh, is that him?
King Ezekiel.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And now that you say that, I'm not gonna know who you're talking about, but I actually didn't know who you're talking about this time. Yeah, I guess that's his voice. It was just such a familiar voice though.
Yeah.
For
he
Aqualad.
does have a very distinguished voice.
Yeah. So I just kept thinking Cyborg the whole time. But it was, I think it did the role pretty great. I
really like the Aqualad character.
Yeah. And he wasn't killed off like like in Titans without even knowing him, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, the little situation that they had going on was pretty fun. It was interesting to watch.
Mm-hmm.
All these like demons, what were they called?
Oh man,
Xenomorphs.
yes.
They had these xenomorphs controlling like
Guardian
a facility.
and-
Yeah.
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 The scientist
Yeah.
and even Superboy.
That's true.
to an extent.
Yeah, towards the end of that, the first episode that he was controlling it. What did you think?
I like this show. I've always liked this show.
Yeah.
Trying to get back into it now because I know that they're finally having new episodes.
Okay. Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm excited about getting to the new episodes.
Yeah.
But I'm like, all right, we got to talk about this, so I have to go back and rewatch them.
Right.
Still enjoying it. I like their interactions together.
Yeah.
I like Robin being a smartass.
Yeah.
Instead
Which
of-
Robin is he?
That's Dick Grayson.
Dick.
I'm assuming it's Dick Grayson. I'm pretty sure it's Grayson.
I feel like they're all kind of blending in together.
It has to be
for
Grayson
me.
because like we got Wally West as
Flash, Kid Flash.
Kid Flash.
Okay. Is that why?
I would assume so.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're closer in age.
Because they also remind me of Jason Todd a little bit. Because you know how Jason Todd was an asshole too, like kind of a little asshole.
But I feel like Grayson's more of a smart ass than an asshole.
Oh, okay. Which is why JC becomes evil.
Yeah, like the whole what's it called, the whelmed conversation.
Yeah.
So he was overwhelmed. He's underwhelmed.
Yeah.
Why isn't anybody ever just whelmed?
Kid
What's it
Flash.
doing this whelmed thing?
Yeah, Kid Flash. Yeah.
But their interactions together are so much fun to watch.
Okay.
The fact that they do work as a team, also. I like Aqualad. I really like Aqualad
I
in
think
this show.
And I was gonna say maybe you like this show more because there's more of a serious. One of the characters is more serious than like as a collective team. Like collectively in Teen Titans, they were all like jokesters. You know, they were all like kiddish. You know, and then this one they have Aqualad to kind of balance that out for you. I think.
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
Sure. We'll go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like the show. At the end of episode 2, we got the introduction of Miss Martian, whom I really like in the show as well.
Cool. I look forward to it.
Yeah, I like the show.
Okay.
I can't wait to watch more of it.
So, do they eventually introduce? I mean,
Are you
I'm
gonna watch?
going to watch it. Yeah, I'm still going to watch it anyway. But does it always just stay the group of the 5 that were introduced, or does it evolve and change to like include others? Well, because Speedy is still kind of around too, but he's like
Yeah, because I know eventually we see Speedy again as Arsenal.
And
I don't remember.
you don't remember if like
No.
how they add the other ones? If
I
they add other ones?
don't remember seeing Starfire
No.
at all.
Well, and I mean, not necessarily like the core
Yeah,
Teen Titans, but like just other teammates.
because I know we see
join.
more of Red Tornado
Yeah, because he ends up in
and Black Canary.
they end up being like the trainer and
Yeah.
the supervisor is what they said at the end of it. So what I was gonna say is that so Superboy is introduced as part of their team as well, right? He ends up he's going through like this evil phase because he's being controlled by the xenomorphs, and then like he ends up getting released by that at a certain point because he's like their savior or something like that
Yeah.
of the xenomorphs. So he just chooses to be free and allows them to be free, I guess, as well. He helps the Kid Flash, Aqualad, and Robin. He helps them escape from the facility, and he's doing nothing but good. Like he's been doing good. He might have been like kind of steered in the wrong direction at certain points and stuff like that too. But he even has like a little bit of rage in him, which I guess kind of goes back to again why I think about Titans because
Superboy's always been that.
he's just
yeah.
angry. Okay, cool.
And-
Good to know.
And it's really heartbreaking though to see how excited he is to meet Superman.
Yeah.
And for Superman to kind of just be like,
Yeah, and that was the point I was gonna make was like they're kind of assholes,
Yeah.
Superboy is. I mean, again, it's not his fault he was created, and if you think about kids, it's not their fault that they're born and stuff like that, right? But in this situation, Superboy is excited, to see him because I guess to find something to relate to because he's a clone and he doesn't really understand himself fully. And so he sees kind of Superman coming down from like the moon's direction, and then lands in front of him. And Superman just kind of like gives him this like disgusted look. And it's like, wow, Superman, you're a dick. What the fuck? Like how is it his fault? Was that and even other members of the Justice League that showed up, they were kind of like, is that how you guys respond to this type of situation? it seemed like they were just like, no, like you're a clone, so you're not, it's not good, They did make him feel pretty bad. Thankfully he was allowed to stay with the team.
Yeah.
I guess, under supervision. And they're allowed to be a team, but yeah, it was a really awkward scene when they treated him like that. Poor Superboy.
Very much so. So I mean, I'm excited to see more.
Yeah,
I'm excited to catch up and watch the newer episodes too.
For sure. Yeah. I know there's like an arc going on right now too, because I keep seeing trailers for it by accident. So, but yeah, same thing. I want to see what happens with Miss Martian, because they just right at the end introduced her, and then Canary and Black Tornado, Red Tornado, was also introduced right there at the end. So we'll see what happens.
Yay!
I'm excited.
All right, so we'll move on to the news for now.
Ooh, news.
Yeah, David Ayer. David Ayer was the director of
Suicide Squad. I know this, unfortunately.
He's never been able to release his vision for the Suicide Squad.
Oh my god!
But he did release an image of what his Joker would look like. Have you seen the image?
Oh no! I want to see the image now.
Hold on, because I did save it.
No.
So there is what David Ayer's Joker would look like.
What?
If you see, like, there are no eyebrows. The eyebrows are just tattoos that say ha 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 ha.
Oh, is that what they say? I thought they were stitches for a second.
No, they say ha 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 ha, because he's wild. The smile,
it's like
painted around his mouth.
Yeah,
is also a tattoo.
So it's not like scars, like it's been portrayed in other ones.
No, it's just a tattoo that goes around his mouth.
Okay.
But
not well.
No, it looks like a toddler traced it. Like it looks like he fell asleep at a party, is what it looks like.
Yeah, it does. You're right. Or like at a frat party type of thing, and his friends decided to just paint stuff on his face and shave his eyebrows.
We should post this actually.
Yeah,
but it's not a good picture. But David Ayer wrote in an open letter earlier this year, I put my life into Suicide Squad. Oh, I made something amazing. My cut is intricate and emotional journey with some bad people who are shit on and discarded. The studio cut is not my movie. Read that again.
Oh my god.
And my cut is not the 10-week director's cut. It's not the 10-week director's cut. It's a fully mature edit by Lee Smith standing on the incredible work of John Gilroy. It's all Stephen Price's brilliant score and not a single radio song in the whole thing. It has traditional character arcs, amazing performances, a solid third act resolution. A handful of people have seen it. So,
I call bullshit.
I mean, I hear that the president of Nintendo is his cousin.
What?
David Ayer. I'm going back to that. Call back to the kid that just tells you all these things that you can't prove.
Yeah.
We all saw Suicide Squad.
Yeah. I mean, there was a Joker in that, and he didn't resemble that at all.
No.
Like, not even close to that. So how can you say this was my Joker, but this is what I gave you in the actual movie that came out? Because they didn't edit the character, did they? Like, did WB when
I
that's
know
not
they
the Joker
went back
we wanted.
for reshoots. But I don't know if his eyebrows had grown back by then.
Is that Jared Leto?
Of course, it's Jared Leto.
Is that him right there? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't look like him. But I mean, it's fine. But also this that Joker that you just showed doesn't look better.
Nowhere near. And I thought Jared Leto's. I thought the version we got already was the worst one. Apparently, there was a
even worse.
Yeah, an even worse version that we could have seen.
The you can drop down the bar much lower now. Yeah,
because I know that the people that cut the trailer to this movie are the ones that ended up re-editing the film.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't think it could have been any better.
I feel like it's become a thing with maybe WB, maybe with these people who are DC, who work for DC, I guess, making these movies, where like now their way of kind of justifying why they made such a bad movie was because it wasn't their fault type of thing. And then the way of getting more money out of it is by saying, I actually have a director's cut. And of course, I mean, I guess it's still WB, right? Like,
Yeah.
And they're okay taking the hits, you know, like the kind of the jabs at them, because they're like, well, we're just gonna make more money anyway, you know.
Yeah.
So because these people are gonna watch it anyway, you know. And I've seen hashtags on posts like for my Injustice game, like
Release the air cut.
release the air. It's like, bitch, like that has nothing. But that's the first thing that like those hardcore DC fans are going around doing, is like release the air cut, you know, release the Snyder cut, because you know, that one before that one came out. But it's like, it's how you can't justify a bad movie, you know, and then, or you can't justify it by then releasing another one that you say was your cut, even though it doesn't even resemble what you actually gave us to begin with, you know.
I mean, the thing with Snyder is, you know, they gave him an extra $55 million for reshoots, and he was like, we're not going to shoot any new footage, or there's only going to be 6 minutes of new footage shot, but it ended up being more than that.
It's like a whole movie. A whole nother
well,
movie,
yeah, like he pulled out for $55 million.
Yeah.
Shit, you better make a whole new movie.
Yeah. Well,
and it was better. It was better than what we got, but it was just bad in a different way. I didn't need it.
Yeah.
It was nothing but fan service without a story.
Yeah.
It was teases at stories that never went anywhere. It was just throwing in characters that people that read the comic books would know.
Yeah, that's true.
And it didn't add anything.
Yeah. And that's a thing that, like, when we talked about, not even on the show, just us talking, right? It's like I shouldn't have to depend on the comic books to understand where you're going with it, you know, with the movies. And I always kind of questioned the black suit. I was like, I don't know what that does, you know. And like literally one of my friends, he had to explain to me that, like, well, that's how he regenerates faster. And I was like, how the fuck am I supposed? Did it say that somewhere in the movie? Oh no, but like it's in the comic books. Yeah, but I didn't fucking read the comic books. That's the whole point. I'm more of a movie type of guy. I'm more of like what's coming out now. I can't really go back to like a lot of like the comic books and catch up on every fucking thing that's going on. But it's like you can't do little things like that and expect people to just understand you.
Yeah.
And I want to be a fan. I love comic books, and I like superheroes, and I like, you know, things that are coming out, you know, are going to come out, and I want to be able to understand comic book movies or just understand characters in those movies.
Yeah.
But I can't if you're not explaining it to me. And then you can't just be like, well, you should already know this.
Yeah.
No, I shouldn't. And this was the problem that we even had with that movie, right? That he did.
Yeah, it's like if
I don't remember the name.
I wouldn't watch it.
I'm sorry, what?
It's like if I already knew all this, why would I watch it?
Yeah. What was the Army of the Dead? What was it called?
Army of the
Dead?
It was it.
It's not Army of Darkness, right? That's something else.
No, Army of Darkness is something else.
Okay,
It's
so
something
Army
much
of the
better,
Dead.
So
Okay.
it's Army of the
Dead. Yeah. We don't get it. I didn't get it.
No.
And I didn't get why Superman had a black suit.
Or why there were 3 different containers stacked on top of each other.
The wrong way. There are pictures on Instagram about that.
All right. Moving on. Nate Moore, Vice President of Production and Development at Marvel Studios, was speaking to Comic Book about what to expect from Captain America 4. Because to me, this new Cap is Rocky. He's going to be the underdog in any situation. He's not a super soldier. He's not 100 years old. He doesn't have the Avengers. What happens with this guy who announces publicly, kind of, without the support, I'm the new Captain America? So what happens next? I think it's fascinating because he's a guy. He's a guy with wings and a shield, but he is a guy. So we're going to put him through the ringer and make him earn it. And see what happens when he is outweighed, outclassed, out everything. Since Marvel already did the announcement of all their new movies, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting a new Captain America till like
24, maybe?
2020, like... Yeah, because they announced through 2023. So yeah, probably 2024 we'll be seeing Sam Wilson's Captain America.
Yeah, ooh, that's a long time.
It was a very long time.
Yeah, and then are we even gonna get like a season 2 of that anytime soon?
I don't think we are.
Damn, so he's gonna be like in limbo. Well, I guess you can kind of include him in other movies like along the way.
Yeah, because I mean, I wonder if they're gonna end the phase, because they usually end the phase with an Avengers movie.
Oh,
but an Avengers movie wasn't announced.
Maybe they're just keeping it in their pocket for now, for us to see like other stuff first, and then be like, okay, this is the Avengers that you're getting.
Yeah, because right now they're in build mode.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
just gonna rebuild everything.
Yeah, like starting from the
Yeah.
beginning. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not just gonna give us a Justice League movie without telling us anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Or Eternals.
So the writer of the Eternals has revealed why Bruce Banner is no longer Smart Hulk in Shang-Chi. Matthew Firpo said, I think in terms of the timeline, we just lost Tony, we just lost Cap, Natasha's gone. Hulk is currently working on himself. I think to make himself human rather than a smart Hulk. So I think that all the Avengers was just pretty busy. Because they were asking, like, what happened? Like, why weren't the Avengers there with the Celestial
Yeah.
emergence?
Yeah. Well, but so like, because in Shang-Chi, like they show him in the holograph, right?
And he's just
And he's
Bruce
just-
Banner.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, was it expected that he stays as like a smart Hulk all the time?
Oh yeah, because that's what he had. That's why he had just become Smart Hulk.
Oh, okay. Because he said it was better for him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got
because
it.
like Hulk wasn't completely taking over anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Trusted sources have confirmed the new Black Panther. This one I'm confused about.
I'm jaw dropped right here. Like, wait, what?
So the way this article reads is that this Black Panther is just basically going to get set up in this next movie.
Okay.
So it might be that Shuri does play Black Panther in this new movie.
Okay.
But it looks like it's gearing up to hand the reins down to M'Baku.
Oh, okay.
By Winston Duke.
Okay.
So, remember when I was telling you about that Marvel was writing in contingencies about Letitia Wright?
Oh,
because
yeah,
of her?
yeah. Uh-huh.
So it looks like that's where they're going.
Ultimately.
Yeah, to give M'Baku the Black Panther mantle.
Okay, so even though in this movie she would be Black Panther in the next movie.
It looks like she might be Black Panther in this movie.
Okay.
So I'm still not sure about that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's what sources are saying.
Yeah.
It's also the delays about shooting the movie, especially because at this point Letitia Wright can't come back to the U.S. because of her vaccine.
Oh.
Yeah, because she's not vaccinated.
Okay.
And she's in the UK right now recovering.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure where it's going.
Whoa, that's a whole twist situation.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like M'Baku. I've said this plenty of times.
Yeah.
I really like Winston Duke as an actor.
Yeah.
I've never seen him be bad in anything.
Right. Right.
So I mean, I'm in for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see it. I can see him definitely taking it on. And not doing well. I mean, I did really enjoy Shuri myself. It's unfortunate, you know, everything that's kind of going on and the drama about it. But you know, that's just her choice.
Yeah. So we had Disney Plus Day.
Yes, we did.
The way they announced shit was weird.
It was stupid.
It was just Twitter.
Oh, was it Twitter?
Go to Disney Plus. Back to Twitter.
Well, and you know, like the whole day, I was trying to figure out where and how I'm supposed to understand Disney Plus Day because it wasn't clear to me. It was very confusing. And I kept getting things on Instagram actually is where I was seeing like things popping up. I'm like, hey, why, what is this? I don't get it, you know? And then I finally logged on to Disney Plus. I was like, oh, okay, well, here's some stuff, kind of. But it wasn't really, and it was like labeled Disney Plus Day. And then it was just like 6 clips of stuff. And I was just kind of like, oh, is that it? Like, I expected like an hour, like
an event.
Yeah, just, it didn't even have to be a live event. It could have just been like a pre-recorded, you know, everything that they kind of did and split up in a weird way, but they could have just made it like just one long video to be more cohesive.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Yeah,
because we went through Twitter, so you know we'll mention the stuff that we really didn't get many other than announcements. But there's an Ice Age series. Oh. Did you like the Ice Age movies?
I mean, I saw maybe 1 or 2 of them, and I can't say that I've seen any more.
I think I've seen one. I mean, great. I mean, it's a kid show, so all right, cool.
Movie.
Baymax series.
Okay.
I like Big Hero 6.
Yeah, it was good.
Cheaper by the Dozen movie. Series. This one I'm not sure if it's a movie or a series.
Okay.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Chippendale. Hocus Pocus 2.
I mean, Hocus Pocus 2 I can watch, but I didn't even see that. No. Like I didn't see anything for it.
They released an image of the three sisters,
and I think that's why it didn't work either, because there was just a lot of images.
Yeah.
on your streaming platform. Like,
yes. Pinocchio, Sneakerella, which it's a swap on the Cinderella.
Yeah.
But it's a guy that makes sneakers, and he leaves his sneaker at a dance, and now the girl has to find him.
Oh, okay.
No, just okay. Proud Family.
They're remaking a lot of stuff.
I think this one's just gonna have new episodes with the same voice cast.
Yeah.
I was never a Proud Family fan. My sister used to love that show. I never cared for it.
I think it was a little bit out of my gen. Like, I don't think I was into it because I kind of like was growing up at that time and maybe not watching as much animation that I can recall.
Proud Family. Disenchanted, which is Enchanted. There's a sequel to the Enchanted movie.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. The Spiderwick Chronicles.
Spiderwick Chronicles?
Yes.
Is that based on something that
It's based on a book. I think they had a movie,
Uh-huh.
but now it's going to be a series.
Hmm.
Willow.
Okay, I saw that. I saw something about Willow, and it was pretty funny. Did you see the?
I
thing
did
about
not
Willow?
see it.
So they did like a little 5-minute thing with the Willow actor
Warwick Davis?
Yes.
Was it?
Sure.
The little guy.
The little guy, yes. Yes, Warwick Davis. It was actually really funny. Like, he was going around introducing the cast, and kind of not knowing their names, even though he's supposed to know their names because he works with them. But yeah, he was just he was being really funny, going around getting to know them. And they were like, at one point, he's like, "My name is Warwick, right?" And he goes, "Warwick?" And he goes, "No, Warwick." Like, and he was like, and they were like, and he goes, "Oh,
this is working out great. Keep going."
Shut up! Don't use the W. They go, "Orwick?" Like, no, the second W. But no, the whole little situation. It was him just kind of being a jerk to the rest of the cast because he didn't know them. But he, because he's like a famous actor. Yeah, is the way he was portraying himself. But I did watch the original Willow movie, and I liked it. I liked it. I remember liking it because I was, on top of that, I was a kid. But I want to see this. I want to see what happens. It was pretty funny, that little intro that they did.
All right. There's going to be that documentary, Under the Helmet, for Boba Fett.
Okay.
Sure.
And that's based on, is that based on like the show that's coming out?
Yeah, for the Book of Boba Fett.
Okay.
So this is going to be more of how the character came to be and that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay. Like just the full history of him or something like that. All right.
The Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
I did see about that too.
We have Hayden Christensen coming back as Vader.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why.
You weren't a fan?
Well, not just that. It's like, I don't even think he's the voice. Because it's still James Earl Jones that's doing the voice, I think.
No, wasn't he?
He played Anakin. Yeah, he played Anakin. But
he wasn't the voice in like the follow up, like not the follow up, not like 3, 4, and 5. But I'm saying like in part 3, he wasn't the voice for him. I mean, I don't remember how much of a voice he had.
I think Vader in part 3, all you hear Vader say is no. So, but they say he's reprising the role. Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be him under the mask.
Maybe we'll get a visual of him without the mask. Maybe that's the kind of the whole point of it.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor is playing Obi-Wan again.
Yeah, but back to Vader. Because we hear him at one point and it still sounds like James Earl Jones, and I'm like, because Vader's pretty tall too, and Christensen doesn't seem that tall, so I'm like, what?
Maybe again, I don't.
Do they put him in stilts?
Maybe
they give him platform shoes.
Yeah. Well, and again, maybe we'll get more of a visual of him without the mask. But
or is he playing Rick Moranis' character in Spaceballs?
Oh my god, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
All right,
I'm just because I'm not like I guess obsessed with those older characters. Yeah.
But even then, you're paying Hayden Christensen money. Although, never mind. I was gonna say you're paying Hayden Christensen money, but that's probably the same amount they pay anybody else.
Yeah.
Because he's not really a big star.
Who's that?
Hayden Christensen.
I don't know who that is.
Anakin.
Oh yeah, him.
The one we were just talking about. Yes. Jesus Christ,
I
man.
mean,
Listen to the show.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I guess I'm not a fan of going back all the time to tell stories about like. I think the reason I like the Mandalorian, it's because it's kind of in the future.
Yeah. Well, it's present.
Okay, present.
Oh yeah, it's not. It's telling you new stories.
Yeah, it's after Luke.
Yeah,
after Luke. Well, after Luke, but before the last three, before Rey, right?
I thought it was after Rey.
No, because he's older.
Oh, yeah, we
he's
see a
older.
young Skywalker.
We do see a young Skywalker.
You're right.
Yeah. Anyway, it's somewhere in between somewhere. Yeah. See, but this is again, it's getting convoluted. You know, like it's just they're doing a lot with the stories. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess I'm probably not gonna watch a lot of it because I'm not really that into Star Wars.
Yeah, anyway, I'm very much a casual Star Wars fan.
Yeah. Like I like Rogue One, and that's not really a Star Wars.
It's a Star Wars story.
Yeah, it's a story, and I think
which I'm good with. Like there's so many stories to tell in the Star Wars universe. Why do we have to keep going back to Boba Fett,
Obi-Wan, Solo,
Vader?
Yeah, like all and then like even Luke Skywalker, like his story was told, you know, and even I guess ended in the last 3 movies. I don't know if it ended or not. But like, we don't have to hold on to those characters. Introduce new characters. Let's go somewhere else with it. Yeah, me too. I want to see what's next. You know. So
exactly. Predator prequel on Hulu in summer of 2022. It looks really interesting. Okay. Like all they released was just an image of and it's a Comanche Nation, Native American.
Okay.
Comanche woman. 300 years ago with the Comanche Nation starring Amber Mid-Thunder, where she just protects her tribe against the predator.
Oh.
Where it sounds interesting.
Yeah, it
does. They just send a predator back, like, to hunt somebody. And
yeah.
The name of the movie is going to be Prey, actually.
Oh, wow.
And it
felt like you were joking for a second. Oh, is that a joke? Is it really? That is. No, I see. Prey. It's called Prey. Okay.
I'm in on it. It sounds really cool. I would love to see that. Predator versus like with all their high tech stuff versus a Native American with just bow and arrow and or rock tomahawk.
It sounds like never mind. No, but I'm down to see. I'm down to see what happens. Yeah, it's a cool image.
Yeah,
I see here. So you might want to post that on Instagram too.
That too.
Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. I would watch something like that because, again, like opposing factors, right? Like it's pretty interesting.
Yes, so. That juxtaposition.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, Marvel on Disney Plus.
Yes.
First off, have you seen stuff for the Guardians of the Galaxy video game?
Have I seen stuff for it? No.
It looks really fun.
Okay. Yes.
I was going to buy it this morning.
Okay. I've been really close to buying it too. My fear, and actually I read an article a few days about this, which is probably the fear of many others, is that it's just purely like you have to buy stuff from it, No. And they're saying no. Yeah. The article said it's not that, but because it lives in the shadow of the Avengers game. The Avengers game that came out recently is why people believe that. I'm like, that's exactly what I'm freaking out about. Like how do we get a good game, but we just got another good game, possibly a good game. Which, by the way, I also think that when they're changing up a little bit, they're going to release a lot of free content for it because they realize people don't want to fucking keep paying money out of their asses for it.
Yeah.
But anyway, it does look fun.
I was reading reviews on it this morning.
Yeah.
Right on my Xbox because I was just gonna download it and buy it. And all the reviews are pretty good. Even the ones that were like, well, there's not as much stuff as I would like there to be, because they were just like, well, you can only learn a certain amount of moves with characters, and eventually you're earning points that you can't spend on anything.
Oh,
Like that type of thing.
Yeah.
But the story, they said the story is really good.
okay.
The gameplay is fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not the strongest, but I guess it gets the job done.
What's the view on it? Like,
It's a third person type.
Okay, but is it like there was a Marvel?
It's not
Marvel game?
like Alliance.
No, like you
No.
don't have like a team of like 3 and you send them. It's
Yeah.
like an RPG almost. Style.
Oh, you're thinking like damn it, it just where I know what you're talking about. Oh fuck, I can't.
Yeah, or like you choose like for example,
Real time strategy.
yeah, kind of like that. But they also have there's another Marvel game I downloaded recently. I guess I don't have it anymore.
Is it Marvel Alliance?
I don't think it was called Alliance. It was called like something. It's probably called Marvel Alliance. No, but there was a Future Revolution is what it's called.
It looks like very much like Mass Effect.
Okay, I like that type of game.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me in every gameplay trailer I've seen.
So you do a team up though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with that as long as it's not like I mean, if it's a good view, I don't want it to look super animated either, like super cartoony.
Yeah,
like
it
a lot of
doesn't.
these games. Okay,
It
cool.
looks very much like Mass Effect.
Yeah, I was really close to buying it the other day too, because I was reading that article and like I said, it pointed out the fact that it lives in the shadow of the Avengers, and that that people believe that that's what it is, but it's actually a pretty good game compared to like a lot of other stuff that's come out recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I might catch it, might play it too. Oh, but then Pokemon's coming out.
Yeah. How's The Last of Us, by the way?
Fantastic. It's very well taken care of.
It's nicely in the box.
It's nicely in my PlayStation.
Wow.
I know, Jose. I know. I've been wanting to play it too, and I sat there one day thinking about. I was like, nah, I want to play Dead by Daylight.
God damn you.
I really like Dead by Daylight. They since we're talking about video games, and I might as well mention
Yes,
this now.
please.
There's a new character that's going to be released. They do this like trial thing. I think it's called like PTB or PBT, some shit like that. I don't know what it means. But basically it's where people get to test out the new survivor and they get to test out the new killer.
Okay.
And this one is called The Artist, and she's pretty interesting. She's almost like a crow, like half crow, half person creature thing, but she like creates like crows out of her power is to create crows out of ink, and her hands are like made out of ink, but so they're also like a weapon. And she like launches crows, and they call her an anti-looper, which means that she looping is a thing where in the game like you're kind of running away from a killer long enough to like either escape from the killer while they're trying to get you, or to like help your team, like stall for time, basically, right? Your team's doing generators hopefully in that time. But she's an anti-looper, so she helps stop those people who are really good at running like killers, you know?
Okay.
So it was really interesting to see her powers. She launches like these crow heads that either they damage you, put you like in a hit state or a hurt state, or she also has like tracking like ability. So if she launches crows and they hit you, like you'll get like this like flock of crows that is just like attacking you, and she can see them.
Yeah.
So she'll go hunt you down. But it was really interesting to see the gameplay for her.
Okay.
And they call her The Artist. And then there's a new character coming out as well, a new survivor coming out, and I'm excited because he's a Latino guy. So
Why can't he just be a character?
well, you know what I mean.
You know, I was thinking about this the other day. So, have you seen Gabriel Iglesias stand up?
Yeah.
When he mentions that
Well,
he does
some of
not,
them.
there's one where he mentions that he's like, I don't like when people refer to me as a Latino comic.
Okay.
He goes, I'm a comic that happens to be Latino.
Okay.
And people ask me, well, what's the difference? He goes, my special is gonna air on Comedy Central, not Telemundo.
So let me tell you why I'm excited about him being Latino is because I like when I create characters or I create my own.
You create him with a tan.
Yeah, or like a little bit of a tan because I'm light skinned, so not like super light skinned, but I'm saying like I just like them to closely resemble me as much as possible. So
that makes sense.
So to me, like he's gonna be the closest one to me, and hopefully either like a similar haircut, things like that, right? So to me, that's exciting. It's an avatar that because essentially the survivors are just avatars. Like you just choose the survivor that you want to be. But you can literally blend their perks in together. There's no special perk for any specific survivor. So you're just unlocking a new avatar and to be able to customize it more, whichever way you choose type of thing, right? And that's what I'm excited about is that if the game allowed you to just create your own survivor, and just release perks or released, I don't know, something, or release survivor, which is essentially what this is doing. But if it would have done it from the beginning, then this wouldn't really be so much of an issue. Right now, I use it's a guy named Dwight Fairfield, something like that, that I use. And the reason I chose him is because, normally most of my life I've always buzzed my head and have had a beard, So he's the only one that I could do that. Wears glasses. So he has a bald head, he has a beard, and he wears glasses. So he's the one that closest resembles me based on what we already have, right? But if we're getting this Latino guy, I'm Latino,
But what if he has hair?
He has no beard. But he could also get other hair, right?
Does he have a beard?
He has a goatee. And I've had a goatee at one point.
Wow.
But I'm saying, but customization comes as well with those type of characters because Dwight normally doesn't have a beard and glasses and is bald. That's just one of his skin heads.
Do you want to rephrase that?
That's just one of the skins he has for his head. His name is Dwight, So, anyway, this new survivor is pretty exciting. Aside from just being Latino, he has like this So now, right now as it is, when the killer hits you, you get like a sprint burst, so you're able to kind of run a little bit faster for about 2 to 3 seconds. He comes with a perk that allows you to run for longer, for about I think it's like 5 seconds. They said so.
Fucking Mexican.
Shut up. Oh my god, I never thought of that. Racism. Now I'm offended. No, but he's able to last longer. He's also a mathematician or very good at math, something like that is what they mentioned. So he helped. One of his other perks was like if you're on a generator and you do great, because you get a what do you call it? A skill circle. I don't know what else to call it. Okay. Where you're supposed to kind of tap the A button or whatever it is at a certain point to fall within the range, right?
Okay.
Normally, if you miss that, the generator explodes, causing attention, right? Mm-hmm. If you get it within the skill range, it generally doesn't explode. You continue to fix it, and you get some kind of bonuses on the fix. If you do it in the great range, you get again additional bonuses, but this guy, he allows you to kind of build up points so that if your other teammates come and they try to fix the generator with you, and they mess up, it doesn't affect the progress of the generator. So it doesn't explode and it doesn't deplete the generation that you. I'm really excited about this guy. You don't care.
Yeah, this mechanic.
My God, he's racist. He's a cliche. Oh my God,
you're such a cliche.
Oh my God, you're so. Why did they call him a mathematician then? What the fuck? Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God. I'm gonna choose this mechanic.
You should see how fast he runs when you yell "La Migra."
Oh my God, Jose, stop! We're gonna get canceled. It's your fault.
I'm already Mexican. I can make these jokes.
Oh my God.
That's how it works, right?
You're not even really Mexican.
I was born there.
You're like the whitest Mexican I've ever met, by the way. I want you to know that. Sometimes I forget. I'm like, hey, you want to go on a trip?
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Anyway,
all right.
Exciting news from DVD, yes. Oh, his name is
Jaime.
Jonah Vasquez, actually, is his name, the survivor that we're eating. So, Jonah.
Jonah, yeah.
They should have named him Jaime. That would have been awesome. Anyway, DVD news. There you go.
All right, back to Disney Plus Day.
Yes.
The Marvel had some pretty cool announcements. We'll start with the stuff that was just announced, but there were no trailers for. We had the I Am Groot series.
Yep. There was a
Guardians
little
of-
picture of him in like green. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if it was just my Disney Plus.
Guardians of the Galaxy holiday. Yes, your Disney Plus is special.
I know.
Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
Mm-hmm.
X-Men 97, that they're getting new episodes, which that sounds pretty awesome.
I posted on IG about that. I'm actually pretty excited about that. I started watching the X-Men, the animated series again because
Damn, that
of
was a little too much excitement.
Yeah. It's
Spider-Man freshman year.
yeah.
I'm like, do I really need to see Uncle Ben die again?
Or another Spider-Man in
Like,
general.
I love Spider-Man, but
Yeah.
I kind of don't.
It's
feel-
overdone.
I'm gonna watch it.
It's like
though.
the first year. I mean, I probably won't watch it. There's also
I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. Good luck.
Armor Wars,
Okay.
which I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Marvel Zombies,
Marvel Zombies. Which,
Secret Invasion,
yeah.
which, yeah, that one we did get to see like Nick Fury.
I was gonna say, was that so? Nick Fury was in relation to Secret Invasion.
Yes.
Okay, because they went into a montage after
Yeah.
that, so I wasn't sure if it was in relation to that or not.
What If Season 2 was announced?
Yep.
And Loki Season 2 as well.
Yep.
Echo,
Echo. Which
Ironheart.
I'm curious about. What is Echo?
Echo is she? I think she's actually the villain in what's it called? Hawkeye.
Oh.
She's also like she's the Kingpin's stepdaughter.
Oh. What's her powers? Echoes.
Well, she's kind of like what's his name? Daredevil, where she's deaf.
Oh.
Is she deaf? I think she's deaf.
Her name is Maya Lopez. Echo Maya Lopez is a fictional heroine, appearing in American comic book. Oh wait, the adopted daughter. So it's the adopted daughter of the Kingpin.
Oh, I said stepdaughter, didn't I?
Yeah. The character has been depicted as a supporting character for Daredevil, a Native American woman, and one of the very few deaf comic stars. Echo, let's see if it talks about her powers. Fictional biography. Ronin. Sorry, I was trying to find these like stuff about her powers, but it just goes into like her history. Where is an Olympic level athlete possessing photographic reflexes or the uncanny ability to perfectly copy other people's
mimics
movements. Yeah,
because she's very much like Taskmaster.
similar to Taskmaster is exactly what it says. Yeah, cool.
That's right.
Cool.
Okay, so Ironheart, which I'm very excited about because I love Riri Williams.
Yeah,
Riri Williams is a great replacement for Iron Man. We're gonna see her first in Black Panther though.
Yep.
And Agatha House of Harkness.
Yep. That's really exciting.
Yes, because Catherine Hahn was amazing.
She was, and she deserves to have her own series for sure.
Very much so.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got a quick look at Miss Marvel.
Yeah. Well, can I just say real quick about this little situation? We got 10 minutes of stuff that we already had. Like,
yes.
And it was like I was like sitting there like, okay, like I thought it was gonna lead into like talking about season 2 of each of those fucking things, and it didn't.
No.
You know, we got like a whole like you got to see all of WandaVision,
Yep.
like everything that happened in WandaVision. All the series that are already out.
Yep.
You know, and we got a little bit of the same trailer for Hawkeye that we've already seen.
No, this one was a little longer.
Was it?
Yeah.
It seemed exactly the same to me. I didn't see anything different about it. What did you see different about it?
Well, this one just seemed like an entire clip on it.
Oh.
Well, I was gonna leave Hawkeye to the end, but we can talk about it now.
Spoilers.
I really like the way because they showed that whole scene where they're running away,
Okay.
and that whole thing was a one shot.
Oh, okay.
So they're running away, getting shot at, and then you see Echo chasing them.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't paying attention.
Like it's all a one shot.
Oh, okay,
Like
okay.
them getting into the car, and then you even see the camera like kind of turning and following the action.
Oh, wow.
Instead of the cuts.
Okay.
The Marvel cuts that I hate so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks so cool. It was
Yeah.
so well done. It's
Sounds like they've learned.
I'm very excited about it.
Yeah. I'll rewatch that because I didn't see that part. Maybe because I thought I felt like a lot of it was like similar, but if it was extended, I didn't see the Echo part.
It started like that.
Oh, okay.
It started like the trailers that we've already seen.
Yeah, I got worn out by the first 4,
Yeah.
like the entire seasons of everything.
I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we just had a quick look at Miss Marvel.
Yeah, yeah,
We had a quick look at She-Hulk,
yep.
and like we didn't get to see her face, but we did see that tracksuit
Oh yeah,
that she wears in the
comic
comics.
books. Yep, yep.
And a quick look at Moon Knight as well.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac. I'm excited about that too.
So am I.
Yeah.
Isaac is such a great actor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And very good looking man as well.
He is. Yes.
But I can't wait to see it. Moon Knight is just such a great character, and this kind of, to me, he'll have to. It'll be kind of like Crazy Jane with the multiple personalities.
Yeah.
And that's what we'll probably get to see from him.
Okay. Yeah, and he seems like he'd be able to do something. I feel like he definitely
has a range.
Yeah, he has a range.
He really does.
Like I've seen him in Sucker Punch, which is a random ass movie. I like that movie.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, people.
Snyder movie.
People, is it really?
It is a Snyder movie.
Okay. The reason I liked it was because of the shots, though. So
it's beautifully shot.
Yeah. So yeah, was there a story? I mean, it wasn't like a. I mean, it was
no. Snyder can frame a shot. Like, that man really makes something look.
Yeah,
beautiful.
and I feel like for the visuals in that movie, it was worth it for those visuals in the movie. But I mean, yeah, it wasn't like a great movie or anything like that. But I liked it. But anyway, he was in that. Was he Apocalypse as well?
He was Apocalypse. We don't talk about that.
He also played.
I can finish Apocalypse.
Was he Poe in?
He was Poe
Star
in
Wars?
Star Wars.
Yeah. So he's been a lot of interesting characters. And you couldn't finish Apocalypse.
I couldn't finish Apocalypse.
I like the Apocalypse. Olivia Munn was in that.
Olivia Munn was in that.
Yeah.
I love Olivia
Psylocke.
Munn. That movie was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that. I get so nostalgic when I see anything that like Storm, Psylocke, like those characters that like aren't really highlighted normally. So I think that's why I get excited, is because you get to see those characters and then they kind of just do whatever with them. You know, it's never like as great as they were. You know, Psylocke was always a really interesting character. Her psionic like being, I guess. So what is it, swords or whatever she uses? Yeah. She was pretty cool, but I think that's why I get it. And then there's Olivia Munn, which I like her from Attack of the Show. I don't know if yeah, and then stuff. Yeah, she was really interesting. It was cool to see her grow, like because I saw her on like G4, which was a random ass channel, and then see her in movies after that. G4. I know, right? So
once upon a time,
yeah,
that dates us. That shows our age.
Yeah. But Miss So are we gonna dive a little bit into each of them? Okay. Well, I mean, if you don't mind.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So Miss Marvel.
We got another hour to fill.
50 minutes. No, Miss Marvel was. I'm excited about. I'm really excited. She kind of looks like my niece. It's funny. Adolfo said that. I'm really excited about.
Wait, are they gonna do her stretchy powers?
And that's what I was gonna say. I'm hearing that she's not getting her stretchy powers, which she's getting, like somebody compared it to that of Green Lantern is what I guess like constructs that she's creating.
Okay.
So I don't know how I feel about that, because like, why not do her stretchy powers? You know, like, is it too visually like exhausting or something like that? You know, like
I think the visual effects guy just can't draw hands.
Adolfo knows about that, but he's really good at drawing hands. But he knows the struggle.
Adolfo's good with his hands. Good to know.
I wanted to see Kamala be herself. You know, like from the comic book to the movies.
Yeah.
Sorry, to the TV show, I guess, to the streaming show. I wanted to see that. I was excited about that Miss Marvel. It seems like we're gonna get a different version of her based on what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing. I haven't really seen like anything else from like a few little things that I'm seeing here and there about it, but that's the only thing that kind of was like, oh, like why are you changing her? You know, like why not just give her powers that she had? Do you know if it's gonna like revolve around about being an Inhuman as well? Like I'm curious about that.
Idea.
Because I did see like there's I think it's called a Tarragon Miss or something like that. Anyway, in the comic book, she goes into because she's part alien. Is why she ends up developing her power. I think. Let me look it up just to make sure.
I thought you didn't have a green card.
Wow, terrible. Anyway, so it's called the Terrigen Mist. That causes people to.
That's a sex move.
Anyway, in the comic books, it causes the Inhumans to become Inhumans, from what I remember. Yeah, which are able to alter inhuman biology. So they release a mist that causes a bunch of people's their inhuman factor to be like it
activates.
It activates. There you go. That's one point I'm trying to say. Anyway, it activates, and that's how they all, like, a bunch of them develop their powers. So she goes into like a cocoon, even like in the comic books. So it just seems like a lot of that it might be twisted or changed a bit, because it doesn't seem like a mist. It seems like almost like a beam or like radiation and energy. Exactly. That's affecting them or affecting her. So I don't know if just Marvel's trying to get away from Inhumans as much as possible at this point, because they had an Inhuman series and it didn't do well.
Did not do well.
Yeah, it really didn't do well. I saw one episode and I can't honestly say I even remember what happened in that episode. And again, that says a lot. A little disappointing, but to not be interested in it, I mean. But I mean, she was an Inhuman in the comic books. It just seems like she might not be in this. But I mean, well, I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens with it. I mean, I'm so excited to see her. And like you said, we got to look at She-Hulk kind of. And I'm excited to see the actress. He's also. But Bruce Banner was in this one.
Yes.
He was also the Smart Hulk, right?
Yes.
Okay. So he was in there. And there was also a clip from like the 70s of them too, right? Too?
Yeah, it looked like one of those old, because it's a lawyer commercial.
Oh, okay,
so
yeah.
It just reminded me of like Larry H. Parker. We'll fight for you.
Yeah, you're right. But they were wearing like more casual clothes than more like lawyer clothes. Well, she is a lawyer though.
Yeah.
And then the Moon Knight, trailer, that was pretty good. I wish we would have just got more or a bigger focus on just those. Yeah. Instead of that like whole 15 minutes and 10 minutes of it being stuff recapped. Yeah. I didn't need that.
I agree.
Yeah. But overall, I'm excited. Let's see what happens with Miss Marvel. That's the one I'm most excited about. And
I'm Hawkeye for me. Yeah. Like that Hawkeye series.
Yeah.
Like that shot itself was like, oh my God, I need that. Like that was just so well shot. Like I hope the rest of the show follows those steps, because it looks like a good show. That dynamic between Jeremy Renner and Haley Steinfeld, it looks like it fits. It looks like it works. So I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I hope that they bring in Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin. Oh, because he was great.
Yeah,
as
the
Kingpin.
He really was. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm always down for more Vincent D'Onofrio. Vincent D'Onofrio is great in everything he does.
Yeah. Like, I think that if anybody portrays Kingpin, it's him. Yeah, like for sure. Like that was one of the best portrayals of the character that I've seen. I mean, there haven't been many.
No, the only other one was
the movie, right? The Daredevil movie.
Yeah, Michael. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot his name. Michael Duncan.
I'm gonna look it up. Kingpin.
And the guy
Michael Clark Duncan. Yeah, you're right.
Good job. All right.
Yeah.
I was missing that middle name. Yeah. whom I loved. Yeah. He was great.
Yeah.
I mean, not in Kingpin, but like he was just a great actor.
Yeah. But again, it was just that movie overall. Like Daredevil wasn't great. Yeah. Director's cut was good though.
Oh, so you're telling me that director's cuts can be good
in some situations where it's a real cut, where things are actually cut, because this movie didn't redo the whole fucking movie and was like, this is my cut. This movie was just like, we added the scenes that were deleted back into the movie that made it have more sense.
I've heard that the Snyder cut of Batman vs Superman just does that, just add scenes in.
Okay, I haven't. You've never seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I hear it makes more sense.
Okay,
but I'm like, I watched the original. I'm done.
I can't do it. I'm trying to justify. I mean,
is the Martha scene still in it? Fuck off.
Cancelled. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, but Hawkeye definitely for me, and Moon Knight. Well, I mean, all of these.
Yeah.
Moon Knight, She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Armor War, Secret Invasion. I want to see what they do with Marvel Zombies. I want to see more What If.
Yeah. There were pictures though of like their. That's the only thing that bothers me. They were just pictures of their titles, and that's it. Like it could have been. give us like something, you know, like even just like a picture of a person as that, you know, like something. I don't know. I guess they don't want to spoil the visuals, but the way they did the Disney Plus Day was kind of like, nah, it should have been a special at least. Like, check out the Disney Plus Day feature for today, and that's it. You know, any word.
Yeah, because I tried to watch like the Pixar stuff.
Yeah,
it was only like a 4-minute thing.
Yeah, literally.
Like they showed nothing.
Yeah, and then so at least that one had a host, whereas like the Marvel one, it was just like a montage of everything that we've seen plus these at the end, you know. That's what I keep complaining about. It was nobody hosted it. Like Kevin Feige could have hosted it, like he's done other stuff, right? Like why not? I mean, just a thought.
I would have been good with that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for news. So Doom Patrol, Donkey Patrol,
episode 2. So tell us, Jose, what are your thoughts?
I really like the way they did Cyborg.
Yeah.
The beginning where he's just messing with the burglar, with the robber. Because there's a difference. Burglar and a robber.
You. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
There's a difference, Jaime.
Okay, bitch. Android and Cyborg. Was that what it was?
Yes. There's a difference.
Okay.
Yeah, because Victor Stone is a cyborg. Vision is an android.
Okay, because he's half human, half robot, as opposed to he's just a sentient being. Is that what it is? Oh, okay, cool. I figured that out on my own.
All right, I'm so proud of you,
bitch. Fuck you.
So adorable.
I swear to God. I swear to not today, Jose. Today is the day. I'm a slap.
Cute little puppy.
I fucking hate you. I swear to God.
But yes, Cyborg in just his first 20 seconds of not even being on screen has more of a personality than the 17-hour Snyder Cut version that we got.
Yeah. No, it was a really good Cyborg. Yeah, he was really exciting, really interesting. But it's also like kind of a slightly younger Cyborg too, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, because he's still supposed to be young in the Snyder Cut because he's a high school athlete.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because remember we got that 25-minute montage of him playing football in slow motion.
That's right. Jesus dude, they aged that Cyborg so much then because he just seems like dead, you know, like in the Snyder Cut, like he just doesn't seem. And I get it, like he's been through stuff. I don't know, like they suck the life out of him too, you know. So
because just he insists on making all his heroes brood. Mm-hmm. All of them are Batman. Yeah, they're all sad and conflicted. Yeah. Fuck off.
Yeah, and that's what happened with Titans as well. Is like in that series, it's like all of them were just like so dead.
Yeah,
you know?
Everyone
like,
has the same personality. They have no personality.
Exactly.
Where here, you know, Cyborg has a personality. Yes. Robot Man has and they're so full of personality.
Yes, they express themselves so well.
Yeah, Crazy Jane has 23 personalities.
64, but
what the fuck ever.
Yeah, close enough. 23, 64, you know. No, but I love the personalities, you know. Rita and even Larry. Also, you know, Larry's a lot more serious. Yeah. You know, Rita is obviously into the drama and what she is, you know. Like it's been such an interesting cast and team up that it's like it just makes you wonder like I just get so mad. I'm like, why didn't we have this somewhere else? And like somewhere else, Titans. What the fuck, Titans? You know, like you have Teen Titans, you have Young Avenger, or
you have Avengers? All of this stuff to pull from.
Source, good source, like and good characters. Justice. Oh, whatever.
Young Avengers is something different.
Oh yeah, that's Marvel. Anyway, like you have, like you said, a lot of different characters you can bring in or do good shows with. Thankfully we have it here, right? Yeah. I'm really excited to see what happens to Doom Patrol. But it was just like, Titans just has such a bad taste like in my mouth that I'm just worried that this is gonna go south really fast. I'm so worried. I'm just like dreading it, you know. But
and then we have just Brendan Fraser, who's a goddamn national treasure.
Hilarious.
Just I love him. Just
Yeah.
the donkey.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what are you doing? I'm chasing the donkey.
Yeah, yeah. He goes, that's what I've been saying. You know, like
Yeah.
yeah. He's so expressive, and he's not even
exactly. He's just in his voice.
exactly.
Like that. That's it. Like that's all you get from him. You don't get him. He doesn't get to emote. You know, with his facial expressions.
Right.
It's all in his voice. Same with Negative Man, Larry.
Yeah,
Like just all in the voice, but he's so stoic.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah,
But,
right.
Yeah, and
Wait,
it
Negative
works.
Man or Mr.
Larry.
Nobody? Oh, Larry. Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, like he's just stoic, and you finally see him without the bandages in this.
Yeah.
But it was great how he kept trying to run away, and that
not
entity in him was just like
not
he would
letting
leave
him.
and he would just pass out.
Yeah, yeah. Like that was it for him. Yeah. I like that scene a lot. And it kind of explained what happens later on, right? Like how he was always trying to run away from his life, you know, because of his secret that he had. He's gay, y'all.
What?
Spoilers. No, like it was and the way they explained like him going into flight and how like he was just always just trying to be away because he couldn't be himself. He didn't want to be himself. And that stuff. It made sense because in this situation he's trying to run away too, and he can't. This being is not letting him, and keeping him there. And I guess that's what's gonna be gonna make him more himself is this other being inside of him, you know. So, I mean, he is, you know?
That's how it works. It was a trip though, because all right, so the way Mr. Nobody had him, where he was just torturing them all separately.
Mm-hmm.
You know what he was doing to Cyborg.
Yeah.
And then what Cyborg says to him, you know, this is what it is. This is what it means to be Cyborg.
Exactly.
And for him, like, it was such a good speech.
Yeah.
And then when Mr. Negative Man puts it in his, Mr. Nobody puts it in his head.
Oh yeah.
When he's just like, is that you talking, or is that your dad? You know, you don't know what memories are yours. You don't know what's been implanted.
Yeah.
And then he hears his dad tell him that same speech at the end.
Oh yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, and like that kind of it clicks in his head. Like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah. It was you're right. Like the moment was so impactful, and I was like, wow, that was a great speech. And then Mr. Nobody just fucked it. Like that was it. You know. It was crazy seeing how Cyborg was being ripped apart, even, or excuse me, had been blown apart. Like you saw his eyes, and you saw obviously everywhere where he got the implants afterwards. But yeah, it was such a crazy scene too. And then to get, like you said, just kind of get like messed up by Mr. Nobody, even in that moment where he was being the strongest in that moment, was crazy. So yeah. Rita's story was pretty well. You know, she's like just that typical actress character, you know, right? And so it's her, and then like, Rita opening her mouth even though she doesn't really have anything to say, type of thing, like was crazy, you know.
Dude, I really like how they integrate, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this last time, how they integrate the narration into the
moment.
Yeah.
It's really good, and it's again all of them kind of fighting. Did they all just kind of fight the visions, and that's why they ended up blowing up the donkey afterwards?
Yes.
Okay, and that's how they got out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It was just crazy to see them kind of all taking on themselves or taking on their life in that moment, and then having them break out of that. And then all in the meantime, you have over there Robot Man and Crazy Jane kind of having a moment as well.
Wait, wasn't it no, Negative Man that entity, that it breaks out, it leaves him.
Oh, okay.
And it leaves his body, and it goes by and starts destroying
the world that they were
in?
Okay.
And that's what wakes him up.
Okay.
Because as soon as he leaves, like, you hear Mr. Nobody go, "Oh, right on time."
Oh yeah,
Your little friend is doing everything he can to save you right now.
That's right. I think I listened to that part. I wasn't paying, like, I didn't see it. But you're right.
It's not like we got a show to do here, Jaime.
I have notes about other stuff. Okay. Yeah. It was. But like I was saying, the Mr. Robot scene with Crazy Jane. You know, like them building that relationship, that connection that they had with each other. On top of that too, The actress, I think we said her name was Diana Guerrero.
Yeah.
And she, again, like in this episode, we saw a few more characters. So
Yeah.
we saw like Silver Tongue. I wrote names down.
Oh yeah.
So we saw Lucy Fugue. I think she said there was Katie. Katie was the fire being.
Yeah.
Lucy Fugue was the electric one. Hammerhead showed off her strength that she has, I guess. Silver Tongue, the metal. She would speak words and she would like create weapons or metal weapons out of them. But again, you saw like different rate. Oh, and then you have Baby Doll, right? The little girl. And so she's such a good actress. Like the way she kind of just mixed and changed and portrayed each character. I mean, not super different, but I mean, they were also different from each other. It was really, really interesting.
No, because
like, I liked her.
And I also like the part where he makes her that peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
And she's just like, 13 of us are lactose intolerant, and
it was gluten free,
gluten free or whatever.
It was gluten free and had peanut allergies. it was a funny scene though. Yeah.
But he was trying so hard too, and she's just like, "I'm not your daughter."
Yeah, that's true. You can tell he's trying to make up for everything that he's lost so far. There's just such a connection with that robot man. Like it's deep. Like it's a really deep like character build up with him that you have. And I'm so into it. Like I'm just like, man, his one-liners are always the same thing. They're so awesome. I like how he cusses all the fucking time too. And it's just, I mean, it's been a great series so far. These last 2 episodes, I like them a lot. Where did what's his name go? Wheelchair guy.
He's the one they're looking for.
I know. Oh, we don't know. Didn't he fly into the portal too?
But they can't find him. They don't know where he's at.
Oh,
that's what they're looking for.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. Well, that's what you
said. Watch the show.
But how come didn't you find him in the portal where everybody else went? Because didn't the truck fall into the portal?
I've only seen one more episode than you have at this point.
Explain. Oh, have you?
Yes.
You should have told me. I would have watched the next episode too then.
No, well, I mean, like when I originally watched it.
Oh. So now you haven't seen episode 3 is what you're saying?
I've watched episode 3, but just not recently.
Oh, okay. Got you. And then that's as far as you've gotten in the show?
That's as far as I've gotten.
Ever?
Yes.
Oh, why?
Because I think other stuff just came up. And
you just lost track of it? Okay. Damn, episode 3 is going to be terrible or what?
But again, I like that fourth wall breaking.
Yeah.
When he mentions... he's like, everybody with a DC subscription.
Yeah.
I completely forgot DC had their
DC
own
universe.
streaming service.
Yeah.
That went nowhere.
Yeah. Well, there was talks that was really just the front for. Well, there was talk that they did that in order to get people like other studios or HBO Max, for example, to kind of buy into the idea that they can exist on their own. Like each show can exist on their own. There was a bunch of shows that they wanted to release. So Titans, Doom Patrol,
Swamp Thing.
Yeah,
I hear Swamp Thing is really good.
The second season, I heard, but it also got canceled. Didn't
it got canceled because they couldn't keep the set. It was costing way too much money to keep that set.
Oh. I heard the first season was really bad. Wait, was there a second season?
Yeah, WB picked it up for a second season.
But it was like a whole different, like even main character, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So
I didn't see it. But I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Oh, okay. I heard bad things about the first season. I don't know about the second season, so I'm not really sure. But they were releasing a bunch of shows to try to get like a bigger interest in it. Yeah. Because obviously with like the failures anyway, because of how DC was kind of not doing well, they I guess a lot of the people were having challenges kind of wanting to buy into them. And so the way that they did it was like, well, look, we can create our own platform and see how well it does. And a few shows did take off. Titans took off, sadly. Doom Patrol took off. So this is why now we have them on HBO Max. This is just what I think I remember reading back in the day a while ago. Where did I hear this? Actually, I might have heard this on the Comicstorian, like on YouTube. I'm not sure. It was something along those lines. But that's what they did in order to kind of put themselves out there.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it doesn't make sense though, because Warner Brothers owns them, and Warner Brothers can do whatever the fuck they want with their properties, and that's why everything's being released on HBO Max.
but did they get, so maybe they got owned afterwards or no?
No, Warner Brothers has always owned DC.
But there's like a smaller production companies that make like the series, and then like
Oh yeah, I know a lot of the smaller the series stuff is done by Berlanti, but they're all still Warner Brothers properties.
are they? I
Yeah.
don't know. Well, that's just what I heard. But I mean, it's good to see at least this one taking off. You know, I wanted to get into episode 3 as well. The music was very appropriate too. I really enjoyed how like the music fit very well into the series. The last song, especially Lazarus, it was by David Bowie. I don't know if you know that. Just in case you didn't know that. Oh, you know that? Oh, it was a good song though. It was a good song, and it fit the moment. It fit the whole show. So I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, me too, and I'm excited to see more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and like I said, this has done a better job with its characters than a lot of, and we're back to what we mentioned last week, where we're not just getting another Batman story, we're not just getting another Superman story, and not just another Wonder Woman story. This is basically their version of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, a very like random group of
it's lesser known characters that they're building up.
Yep. Yeah, it's a really good point. I can't wait to see where it goes, and we have a whole 3 seasons to catch up on.
Yay.
Before I get into Pokemon, there are just like 2 things I kind of want to mention.
I didn't do it. And I'm sorry.
I'm going to let you know right now, Jose, this is unacceptable. No, but
I'll be here on time.
This is your write-up. This is your official write-up. It's been too many times. I've accepted 12.
That's what,
today it was supposed to be 12.
That's why I brought coffee.
I know that when you offer coffee, you're running late. Because I'm like, it's already 11:49. He still has to pick up coffee. That means he's running late. That's his way of saying he was late because of the coffee.
Yeah, I had to pick up coffee.
Nothing but lies. No. But on
that made me 45 minutes late. They take a long time to make Jaime specific
Shut
brew.
the fuck up. I got a tea today, bitch. No, I was kidding. I want to mention 2 things that Adolfo and I watched, because you know you guys have mentioned a lot of things that we should watch, and I don't watch those.
Of course.
But we started watching Arcane, which is a League of Legends series. So we started watching that on Netflix. Yeah. Neither had I until like I saw like the episode, or maybe I think I'd seen like a banner for it, and I was like, wow, that looks pretty interesting. But I want to say that it looks, the first episode of that was really great, like really great. So maybe something that we can look into possibly at one point, because the animation was done so well, the voice acting, same thing, was really great, and the characters so far, I'm interested. Like I'm really excited to see. And it kind of takes place in like it reminds me of like Fable. I don't know if you remember Fable.
Yes.
So it reminds me of that time period. Almost like a what is it called? You know when like instead of supposedly going into like, it would be like the steam revolution. I can't remember what it's called. What is it called? Jose, stop behind me. No, tell me. Is it
the steam revolution? Sounds good.
Steampunk? Is it steampunk? Steampunk era, or like it's a whatever, Jose.
No, anyway. I like the steam revolution.
Okay, it's in an alternate world. It's not really it's just what they. I think it is steampunk. He's right. It's so because it reminds me of steampunk portrayals, right? Like a lot of stuff. So it has that type of vibe, that type of imagery. The animation has been really like I said, it was really good. I enjoyed it, and I want to know more about
the steam revolution. Is going to be the name of this episode.
You're gonna be mad when you find out that that's a real thing. Okay. Again, possibly is something to check out. Just it's an animation. It's on Netflix. I so far that first episode was really good. So hopefully I don't shoot myself in the foot. And it was just that episode that was really good. But it's based on League of Legends, which I think is a video game.
Yes.
Okay. 2009 multiplayer online battle arena video game. So, check it out. Maybe check it out, Jose. But the one other thing that I want to mention too was we kind of, I'm a I'm a huge fan of Dexter, especially like I said, the first 6 seasons, the original series. I mean, I obviously I didn't like the way it ended, but we saw the first 2 episodes of the new season, and I was really impressed as well.
Okay.
So I honestly feel like it's something that we should get into. I don't. Did you see all of Dexter?
Yes.
Okay, so it'd be easier to just jump on the train and then go from there, but it was kind of worth it, and definitely want to talk about it. I have notes for both for the future. So for the future, but no, it was the first episode was a little predictable, but the second episode was good, and I don't want to say more because of spoilers, but
Okay.
I do feel like it's something that we should invest some time into for sure.
All right,
So
I will check it out.
all right, so League of Legends, I mean Arcane, and then Dexter, New Blood is the name of the new series. So check it out.
Sweet. You heard the man.
Everybody check it out. They're worth it. So we can talk about it, because I'm gonna talk about it. Spoilers coming someday.
All right. So
Yes, sir.
what's the name of this segment? What do we decide on?
We still haven't decided. I'm gonna keep calling it Pokemon of the Geek. I know you're not a fan. Well, we're just gonna talk about Pokemon because it's my thing. Which, by the way, this Thursday night at 9 p.m. I will be getting Shining Diamond and Brilliant Pearl, or maybe it's the other way around. Is it Brilliant Pearl and Shining Diamond? I don't remember. Tell me, Adolfo. Diamond and Pearl remakes. These are remakes, obviously, of the games.
I think it's Brilliant Pearl Shining Diamond.
Okay.
Wait, Diamonds don't shine.
So it's Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Is that what I said?
No.
No.
You literally just
said
said
the opposite?
yeah, and then just switched them around, but said the exact same way.
Brilliant Diamond and Shining. Oh, as opposed to, I said Shining Pearl, Brilliant Diamond?
No, you said because Shining Pearl, Brilliant Diamond is right, isn't it?
Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
All right,
is
confusing Pokemon.
These are remakes. We've talked about the remakes before. Gen 4 remakes. That's what they are.
Yes.
Okay. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. That's what it's called. They're coming out this Thursday. Well, this Thursday night for me, GameStop called me and told me I got to pick it up that day. So I'm going to pick it up that day and play. But in honor of that, I'm going to be talking about Pokemon not related to this generation at all.
Okay, perfect.
But it was just in honor of the heat that we have going on here in California, in Lakewood, California. We're gonna talk about Melton and Melmetal because they're both melty creature things.
By the way, Lakewood, California is the clue of the week to where does
Shut up! Stop! I need to stop saying that. I don't live in Lakewood. I live in Long Beach. Remember? What the fuck? But Melton, starting off with Melton, Pokemon 809. This is the first Pokemon to get introduced in a different game other than a core game. So the core games being the the original games that get released on like Nintendo devices. But it is a Steel type. Again, it was introduced in Pokemon Go, and the way they introduced it was kind of funny. It was like we had a community day, which is, I told you what a community day is before, right, Jose? You know what community day is?
Yeah,
I have told you.
it's just
Now,
a
if you
day
forgot,
with the community stuff.
Did you say gay with the community?
Yes.
Oh, you did it. Anyway, it was this little metal creature thing that showed up in Pokemon Go one day after like Community Day, and it would instantly, like when you would catch it, it would become Ditto, and Ditto are Pokemon that transform into whatever whatever they want to be. But again, it was the first time introduced this way. We had never gotten a Pokemon aside from in the core games that get introduced into like a random other game, Pokemon Go. But there are some interesting Pokedex entries for it. So in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, which is the first the first one that you could move it to, you can place it into that game. So it just says it melts particles of iron and other metals found in the subsoil, so it can absorb them into its body of molten steel. So it's a steel type. It's melted like a steel type. So it kind of looks like a Ditto even. Let me show you a picture of it before I forget. Melton. Were you Googling it?
No.
Oh. You're like, I don't care.
I'm listening.
Lies. But this is what Melton looks like. And it does kind of take inspiration from Dildo.
That's a nut.
Did I just say dildo? from Ditto.
Well, that's a nut and a dildo.
It kind of does take inspiration from Ditto because it has that little goopy body with a nut on top of it. But it's so cute. Anyway,
that does look like a busted nut.
Poor Melton. All right, so molten steel. So its body is made up of molten steel. In Pokemon Sword, it dissolves and eats metal. So circulating liquid metal within its body is how it generates energy. And then Pokemon Shield, they live as a group, but when the time comes, one strong Melton, will absorb all the others and evolve. So that's how we get the Melmetal evolution, which is what exactly it just said, right?
Yeah.
It's same thing. It's a steel type Melmetal. And this is again an interesting evolution. It only exists in Pokemon Go. So for you to evolve it, so you have to capture enough Meltons to get 400 candies and evolve it before you can put it into any other game and be able to have it. Otherwise, you can't evolve it. So far, that's the only way you can evolve it in Pokemon Go. But in Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, this is Melmetal's. Jesus, Melmetal's. No, I'm a mess. This is Melmetal's first Pokedex entry. It says, revered long ago for its capacity to create iron from nothing. For some reason, it has come back to life after 3,000 years. So it's been away for a while. And in Pokemon Sword and Shield, it's seen that way too. It's like an ancient creature that's never been seen, that hasn't been seen in a long time. So in Pokemon Sword, at the end of its lifespan, Melmetal will rust and fall apart. The small shards left behind will eventually be reborn as Melmetal. So it doesn't even ever really die.
It's like a phoenix.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And then
it rises from its shards.
Yeah, from its own shards too. So it's just like a cell almost that doesn't die.
Cells die, Jaime.
Like, fuck you. No, what was I going to say? Something else, because there's other things that die
Jellyfish?
or die in jellyfish.
Jellyfish don't die.
Don't they? Don't they just regenerate? They become babies again, huh?
Sure.
Well, if they don't fucking die, what do they do?
They just live in the same. Like, you could kill a jellyfish, but they don't die on their own. Like, they don't die of old age.
But they do regenerate. I mean, like, I feel like they reborn.
Sure.
You brought up jellyfish, bitch. You tell us about jellyfish now. Okay?
Join us for wrong information, people.
I know, science. At least Pokemon is not real. You're talking about jellyfish that are real creatures. Anyway. In Pokemon's Shield for Melmetal, centrifugal force is behind the punches of Melmetal's heavy hex nut arms. Melmetal is said to...
Oh, never mind. Millions of dead jellyfish are washing up around the world.
Holy fuck.
The blob could be to blame. I don't know what that
blob?
means.
What the fuck? Melmetal? I was kidding.
Jellyfish are mostly made of water, so they die quickly after washing on shore.
Oh, so they just dehydrate. They dry up.
Yes.
But in water, they survive forever, right? Or for a long time, or regenerate?
That's what I've always been thought.
You always been thought?
That's what I've always thought.
Always nut.
I'm trying to read. Okay, keep going.
Okay, so all right, back on Melmetal. Melmetal is said to deliver the strongest punches of all Pokemon. So it's one of the strongest, it's the strongest hitter, it says. There are Gigantamax forms, which are just giant versions of Melmetal. So in Pokemon Sword, in a distant land, there are legends about a Cyclopean giant. I can't believe I said that word right.
You probably did it.
I probably did.
No, that sounded right.
It sounded right? Anyway, in fact, the giant was a Melmetal that was flooded with a Gigantamax energy. In fact, the giant was a Melmetal that was flooded with Gigantamax energy. Okay, I forgot what I read. That's why I was confused. In Pokemon Shield, it can send electric beams streaking out from the hole in its belly. These beams, tremendous energies can vaporize an opponent in one shot. So, the killer of a Pokemon. But Melmetal and Melton only in Pokemon Go. But that's all I have for.
All right.
What do you have about jellyfish? Did you find out more?
The immortal jellyfish.
Oh my god.
Turritopsis dorni. To date, there's only one species that has been called biologically immortal. The jellyfish Turritopsis dorni. These small transparent animals hang out in oceans around the world and can turn back time. by reverting to an earlier stage of their life cycle.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Cool.
jellyfish don't die.
I knew that. Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, they don't die on their own. They can be killed, but they
Yeah.
don't die on their own.
They just regenerate.
Yeah,
Cool. They're like the doctors.
exactly.
Oh, that's where I was going with it. No, not really.
Sure.
Fuck you. That's all I have. That was my Pokemon of the week, including some jellyfish info from Jose for us. So, yeah,
We're learning so much.
Yes. Do you feel educated?
I think we could be put into one of those educational categories now for this podcast.
Yes.
Expand our audience.
Can you add that to the hashtags? Cyclopean. Just so you know, the word of the week.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Steam Revolution
Look this up.
wins.
Look this up, bitch. It's an alternate dimension. It's not a real thing, but still. Steam Revolution. Gotta Google this now. No, just kidding. No, I mean that's all I have for the week, for the month.
All right, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure Stallone's about to kick us out because he needs to record his own podcast.
That bitch.
But join us next week for more clues on how to find Jaime's barbecue.
Stop. Barbecue. Why am I barbecue?
That was the point. Because you were like, we're gonna
Oh, the
barbecue.
party barbecue. Got it.
Damn it, Jaime, keep up.
You gotta remind me of these things before we get into it.
All right. Do you have anything else to add?
No, I'm good.
All right, guys. Join us next week and have a week.
Bye.
Bye.